Hello, this is Josh with Tuxedo Talk, and I've been given some thought this morning on what makes a more complete human being or gives you a sense of purpose in this more modern day and age. For the vast majority of human history, our purpose was not dying. So if you had enough to eat, you weren't actively freezing to death, and there wasn't something you were trying to fight off that was trying to eat you, life was good, and you didn't really have a whole hell of a lot of time to think about something else. And then even in early civilization, I'm sure there were always plenty of problems to where you had to worry about the crops failing, a horde of some other group of people coming over the hill getting ready to kill you and take all of your stuff. So life was very, very hectic, very, very busy, very, very stressful, and you just really didn't have time to sit back and think about things that made you depressed. So in some sense, it's the ultimate ignorance was bliss in some regard. I'm not saying I'd want to live that life. I like modern comforts. I like air conditioning and easily accessible food and not having to kill a wolf with my bare hands or a pointy stick. It's all very enjoyable. But I'd be lying if I said that there weren't times and you're missing a greater sense of purpose. And by no means do I think that what I'm going to say now is all of it, but I think that the beginning of it, if you're from square one and you have no idea what to do, I think it might be to move into something that involves you being a creator and a destroyer. And what I mean by that is kind of a yin and a yang, a balance in your life, in that once you get past the base, not dying, you should find something in your life that makes you capable of creating something and something that makes you capable of destroying something. And a simple example would be perhaps you take up painting. You now have the ability to create art. You don't have to be the best, you don't have to be good. You're saying, I am now capable of creating something. I'm dedicating my time and I'm improving my abilities towards now I can create these paintings of art. And then on the other end of it, it would be maybe you're going to take up boxing. I am now more capable of going toe-to-toe with another human being and destroying them if I choose to. And I think it's through our ability to create and destroy that we find more meaning in ourselves once we get past base level. Because I kind of think that in our society now, we just kind of chase temporary interest or temporary pleasure. And I don't think that has any fulfillment in it at all. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that ice cream isn't delicious or whatever it is you take pleasure from doesn't have a place in your life. It absolutely does, but it's kind of like hot sauce on a meal. It makes the meal, but you can't put a whole bottle of it and expect the meal to get better. So I think that's probably the aspect that's missing in most people's lives. So if you're kind of feeling hollow and you just kind of don't know what to do, I'd sit back and ask myself, okay, well, what am I capable of creating? And if the answer is nothing, fix that. What am I capable of destroying? And if the answer is damn near nothing, other than maybe I can throw a plate on the ground because I'm in a rage like a 2-year-old, you might want to fix that as well. So that's kind of one of the nice things about when things suck and you can blame yourself, is that you have the chance of them getting better. If things are terrible and it's not your fault, well, you're kind of at the whims of the universe, and that's a terrifying thought. But if you have the ability to improve things, well, good. So that's just today's thoughts.